KNON 89.3 FM, Dallas and Fort Worth. Your boy DJ Big E holding it down on a TurnUp Tuesday, bringing you the hottest concerts and, of course, exclusive interviews. And right now I have Freddie recording artist Lucky Joe in the studio. First and foremost, welcome to Dallas. Appreciate you stopping by. And, of course, we've been playing a few of your tracks here on KNON. Big hits like Amor Escondido, Duele Quererte, Sin Dolor No Hay Olvido, and, of course, your latest single, Piérdate. Now, the name Lucky Joe, how did you come up with the name? Were you just lucky with the ladies, or how did you come up with the name?
Well, the way I got the name Lucky Joe is when I was born. This is a story that my mom told me. When I was born, I was a stillborn baby. And to those of you who don't know, I was born dead. And then the doctors revived me. And she waited for my dad to come in and name me. My dad was out of town, and he came in like maybe a day later. I was without a name for like a day. And they told my dad the story, that I had been born a stillborn baby. And he said, well, you know what? He's lucky to be alive, so we're going to go ahead and name him Lucky Joe.
Now, you are a Freddie Records recording artist, one of the biggest names in the Tejano industry. How did you get signed with them? Tell me a little bit about your background.
Well, the way I got into Freddie Records, it's a crazy story. I started out playing with Alma Pulido, the accordion, Bobby Pulido's sister. Then I went on and I moved with Jennifer Peña, Los Jets. I was with her for a couple of years. And then after that, I went to Frijoles Románticos. We recorded a Grammy-nominated album. We did No Me Asustan, Me Vale, Donde Está Mi Raza with Bobby Pulido. And then we came to somewhat of a standstill with Frijoles Románticos. So then, I decided to talk to the guys from the band, and I said, you know what, it's always been my dream to be a solo artist. So they gave me their blessing, and I went on my way, and I started recording demos and hooking up with different friends in the industry. And I have a real good friend, his name's Lalo Reina. He's Elida Reina's husband. And I told him about, and at that time they were already signed with Freddie Records. So I told him about it. I said, Lalo, I want to, see if Freddie can sign me. Can you show him this demo? And to make a long story short, Lalo was the one who showed Freddie Jr. from Freddie Records my demo. And in the next 2 weeks, man, I was called into the studio, and they offered me a contract. And here we are today, man.
Well, that's awesome, man. How long have you been singing? How long have you been in the industry?
I've been singing since I can remember. I'd probably say since I was like 9 or 10 years old. But professionally, I would have to say when I did my first paid gig, my accordion instructor, my mentor, Mr. Bennett Layton, may he rest in peace, he would always tell me, you become a professional as soon as you get paid for what you do. So when I was around 14 or 15, I did my first professional gig. Era una política, like outside of a gas station, somebody was running for city commission or something. We played, and I remember I got paid $25 to sing and to play the accordion. So I guess I've been singing since, like 9, but I've been doing this professionally now for over 19 years.
Wow, so you've been putting in work for a while. We're going to talk some more with Lucky Joe in a few. About to get into some music, song entitled Amor Escondido on KNON 89.3 FM on a TurnUp Tuesday.
Si el amarte es un pecado, pecaré toda la vida. Si el besarte es un delito, prisionero yo sería. Son tus labios contagiosos, esa boca tan divina, ya me tiene vuelto loco. Soy una causa perdida, nunca podrás olvidarme. Soy tu juego en el amor, una fuerza de lujuria en tus noches de pasión. Soy tu amor escondido, un silencio que quema, un secreto callado que te atrapa y te condena. Soy tu amor escondido, tu juguete de gala. Llegué tarde a tu vida, pero así soy feliz. Soy tu amor escondido. olvidarme. Soy tu juego en el amor, una fuerza de lujuria en tus noches de pasión. Soy tu amor escondido, un silencio que quema, un secreto callado que te atrapa y te condena. Soy tu amor escondido, tu juguete de gala. Llegué tarde a tu vida, pero así soy feliz. Soy tu amor escondido, un silencio que quema, un secreto callado que te atrapa y te condena. Soy tu amor escondido, tu juguete de gala. Llegué tarde a tu vida, pero así soy feliz. Soy tu amor escondido.
KNON 89.3 FM. Gracias por escucharlos. And of course, Turn Up Tuesday with your boy DJ Big E. And of course, Miss Laydee J. And we have Tejano music artist Lucky Joe in the studio. Now, Lucky, now being in the industry as long as you have, what's the biggest show you have done as an artist?
The biggest show that I've ever done as a soloist or as playing with someone?
Either one.
Because I've done big shows like when I was with Jennifer Peña. I remember we did a show in Monterrey, and it was like in the middle of this mountain, man. Like you had to walk, like you drive like maybe a mile, and then after that we had to park the bus and walk another 4 or 5 blocks or whatever. But they had like 20 security guards around her, and I mean there was like 80,000 people at that show. I remember that it was Intocable, it was Pesado, and some other bands, and then it was Jennifer. But I mean it was just an enormous amount of people over there in Monterrey. And over here, as a solo artist, I'd have to say one of the biggest shows would be the show I did in Houston a couple of years back. They had over like, I don't know, I'd say, oh, you know what, no, let me rephrase that. In San Antonio at the Tejano Music Award Fanfare, we played in front of like 15,000 people. So as a solo artist, it's been San Antonio, and as helping a band or being in another band, it would have to be Monterrey with Jennifer.
What inspires you to do music and to do what you do today?
Life, man. Life got a hold of me. I became an adult, and I had to become an adult at a very young age. I lost my mom when I was 15 years old, and I had to get a job. I had to play music and go to school all at the same time. So I guess music was a little bit of my, ¿cómo se dice? I would let it all out. I would let out my emotions with music, and I still do today. So I'd have to say just life in general, man, inspires me to do what I do, because I have kids now. So I have to provide for them, and I have to, provide for a better life for them when I'm gone. So I guess just life in general inspires me to keep striving for the better, for the best of my career.
Well, congratulations on everything you've accomplished. And of course, keep bringing us the hits. Where can we find your music on social media, and how can we contact you for bookings? Plug yourself real quick.
You can find my music on Twitter, you can find it on Instagram, you can find it on Facebook. I do a lot of short videos. On all social media download stores, you can find our latest single, Piérdete. You can find our past singles, Amor Escondido, Quien Te Crees, Duele Quererte. You can go to iTunes. We just recently got added to Shazam, or how do you say it? Shazam. And Amazon, Spotify, Freddie Records Online Store.com, and you can also follow us on our website, www.luckyjoemusic.com. We also have a LinkedIn account, we have a Vine account. So any type of social media, you can look us up, and you can find the links to where you can go and download and purchase our music.
And what about for bookings?
Right now, it's so easy, and artists are so accessible with social media. All you got to do is inbox someone. Whether they respond, it's another thing. But I'm real good about that. I always respond on my social media. So you have, if you have any weddings coming up, quinceañeras coming up, or club promoters, DJs, any interviews or whatever y'all want, just hit me up on social media. Hit me up, especially I'm real good on Facebook. Just inbox me on Facebook, and I'll try my best to reply. like I said earlier, you can, follow us on Instagram. It's Lucky Joe 78. On Twitter, it's at Lucky Joe. On Facebook is just Lucky Joe. On the LinkedIn, it's Lucky Joe. On our website is Lucky Joe Music. We also have a YouTube channel, and it's Lucky Joe. So just type in Lucky Joe, and you'll see all the links to all our social media.
Most definitely gonna look you up. And of course, Lucky, appreciate you stopping by. Appreciate you coming down and letting us do this interview with you. And of course, got another KNON Lucky Joe hit right here, a song called Sin Dolor No Hay Olvido, right here in the original party station, KNON 89.3 FM.
Es tan ingrato el amor, Cupido se equivocó y me destrozó la ilusión. Sé que es difícil un adiós, pero el tiempo te traerá a alguien mejor, un nuevo amor. Pero yo no dejo de pensarla ni un minuto, ni un momento, ni un segundo. Se me hace eterno el reloj. Te aconsejo que la olvides, es imposible lo que pides. Yo no puedo acostumbrarme sin sus besos. No te causes más dolor. De su orgullo soy un preso. Ya es tiempo de borrarla por completo. Ella es mi corazón. Para ella lo contrario. Duele el adiós, duele el desamor, pero sin dolor no hay olvido. No dejo de pensarla ni un minuto, ni un momento, ni un segundo. Se me hace eterno el reloj. Te aconsejo que la olvides, es imposible lo que pides. Yo no puedo acostumbrarme sin sus besos. No te causes más dolor. De su orgullo soy un preso. De borrarla por completo. Ella es mi corazón. Para ella lo contrario. Yo no puedo acostumbrarme sin sus besos. No te causes más dolor.